Multi-level marketing clothing company LuLaRoe has come under fire after one of its top sellers mocked people with disabilities in a live video. Let's take a look at this video and then I'll give you more details.
My name is Robert, I'm special. My name is Robert and I am really special.
All right,
jeez, that's like very cringy to watch.
I know, that charming personality was Bobby Budenbender. He and his wife Taya are top sellers for the company. Bobby has issued an apology video. It was uploaded and then deleted. It features Taya's sister who has Down syndrome. In the video, he says in part that he made a mistake and that it was taken out of context, but was also not who I am and wasn't very nice. He also addressed the members of his private LuLaRoe Facebook page on Friday, saying he made an error in judgment. I have true respect for all people and view them equally, he said. I know I am flawed at times and I've been humbled to take inventory on how I can represent myself online as the man I really am inside. So this is kind of a particularly interesting conversation with a lot of layers to it because LuLaRoe, this company, is affiliated with the National Down Syndrome Society. In fact, they even have a dress that is designed in honor of Scarlett, the granddaughter of one of the founders who has Down syndrome, and $1 of each sale goes to the NDSS. So a lot of people were interested to see how LuLaRoe would respond. Why can't you just say Lululemon? Because we know what they're trying to do. They're a fucking legging company, sorry. What they said with regards to how they were going to respond to Robert's action was the following: we do not believe the most productive response to Robert's actions, which he has fully apologized for, is to close his business and threaten his ability to provide for his family. Now the NDSS responded to that because a lot of people were wondering how is this relationship going to work between these two organizations, and NDSS has decided to sever ties with LuLaRoe. They said, while we appreciate the apology from this individual and the previous support from LuLaRoe, we must uphold our mission statement and end our partnership and any further programming with LuLaRoe immediately. And then LuLaRoe, of course, responded. So this is why it's kind of tricky to break down because it's been a bit of a back and forth. LuLaRoe responded to NDSS saying, this incident will not lessen our commitment to playing a positive role in raising awareness and contributing to Down syndrome causes. We wish the NDSS continued success. And then there's a lot of like different details, nitty gritty stuff getting into. A lot of people went to the Budenbenders VIP site, which they have about like 20,000 people on there where you can get their VIP sales, and they do these live videos. It's kind of like QVC, but on a cell phone and like not good. And they said in one of these, we get it, haters gonna hate, and man, are they hating. What they don't know is we aren't perfect and don't pretend to be. We embrace our imperfections, man boobs and all, LOL. We have decided to only use our VIP page for the next week or until things calm down a bit. Look, so what do you think of this, Amir?
Look, I don't necessarily like this guy or what he does. I mean, it's like a multi-level marketing scheme. And like,
it's a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme. At the same time, I feel like we have a huge issue in our society right now where no apology is ever good enough, and we want to completely decimate people for making mistakes. And like we tend to forget that people aren't perfect, and a lot of people are fucking idiots, and they'll do something really stupid and really bad, and they'll come and apologize for it, but like that's not enough. And it makes me uncomfortable that like at what point is like we can move on and we can accept an apology?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting point to bring up. I think for me, what I kept coming back to was people that were outraged with LuLaRoe, and they were saying you have no integrity, and I'm like, what sort of integrity are you expecting from an F rating Better Business Bureau company? Like I would in researching for this story, I went to betterbusiness.org to look up what their business model is, and it's awful. It's really bad. You go look at the reviews and you'll see it's just like any sort of like whether the Rodan and Fields or whatever, and Herbalife, which is like royally screwed over some people that I really like. It's not a good business model, so I don't understand why people would be so shocked that they would prioritize sort of bottom dollar over something that they want to stand behind. But I hear you with this whole apology thing. What do we?
It seems sincere to me, at least, that like he did this and he really knew that like he had messed up.
And I also think that it's sort of why is it scorch and burn immediately? So for example,
that's what people
I think
want.
that he messed up, and like you have to be held accountable to that. I think he would agree with that. He acknowledges that himself in his own apology, that yeah, this was sort of a knee-jerk, immature response to a weird thing. Like the reason why he did this was because he had said that something was going live, or that something was available, or that he had like messaged something out on his like live sales QVC on your iPhone thing, and it didn't end up going up. So then he was like, that's where that I don't even like that where his actions came from. I think he would agree that that's not the behavior that he wants to put forward. But why not just donate for a period of time, like 50% of his proceeds to the NDSS? Why is it like you either cut ties or you like support his business? Because apparently they're in like the top 100 sellers for this company, and so the people are saying that well, they're a very valuable seller, they're a very valuable part of this. Pyramid scheme, and so they really want to retain them, because the way that a pyramid scheme works is like once you get the certain people that are like at the top that have the most people underneath them that are buying stock or inventory underneath them, like you really want to keep those people because then they have the most traction of like lower level people that think that they could eventually get on top of the pyramid scheme, but that's just not how it works. Please just watch John Oliver's thing on multi-level marketing. He explains it really well. I just think that you don't necessarily need to fire him or like exalt him. I think that there is a medium in between for him to pay for what he did.
Yeah, like the social shame that he got.
Well, that's like, part of it, but also like don't you think donating part of his proceeds for a certain number of time? I think that would have been.
I think we need to espouse progressive values, and part of that is when someone makes a mistake and they realize that mistake and they apologize for it and they try to do better, that like you do give them a second chance and you allow them to like learn from that. But like just completely shutting someone out over it, I think it's counterproductive. It's like the more important thing for society at large.
I agree, for growth.
Which is like you need to bring people in, even the ones that you don't agree with, even the ones that make mistakes, especially like after like they apologize. Well, and like I can't even like stand by like this system that I'm talking about right now, because like there's like situations like the whole Logan Paul situation where I don't want to give him a second chance, you know? Like we've done so many videos on this channel criticizing him. But like you got to look at each case individually and kind of like make an opinion from there.
Yeah, I mean, we know so little about this person. I think it's so weird to like bring Logan Paul into this conversation. But I would say that like the difference is there have been like a number of situations that have come up that are really questionable when it comes to Logan Paul's judgment. And outside of the most awful thing that he's done, there were a lot of like micro bad things that happened where he really didn't offer any sort of like responsibility or accountability, or even acknowledging that perhaps it was in poor taste. Like I think of the thing with Handlebars and how he like kind of ripped that song, and then the Flowbots we said, hey, we don't really like how you use that song. And then when he was asked about it by TMZ, he's like, well, why are you mad though? Like so there are a lot of things where it's like, I don't know if you've really learned from error and how you are treating people. I wonder that, if this is the Budenbenders' first, it's just such a funny name, the Budenbenders' first transgression, and we don't know. I mean, this is like, no one can pretend like they were keeping tabs on what the Budenbenders were doing, and they have a lot of experience. If you do, then it's people that had to go back and watch a whole bunch of weird sales videos. But if he learned from that and we can grow, it helps us to become more empathetic and compassionate, and you have to mess up. We have to make mistakes in order for us to realize that things are wrong and for us to change and progress. But then we also have to hold people accountable. So there's got to be something in between that. But now we'd like to hear from you guys in the comment section below. We touched on a lot of things in here. One, what are your thoughts on multi-level marketing? Last time we talked about it, someone yelled at me in the comment section below because they said Herbalife changed their life. Well, it also changed my friend's life for the worse. So I stand by pyramid schemes. They suck.
You stand by pyramid schemes?
I stand by my stance.
Okay.
Against them.
Just clearing that up.
What do you think of this story and how it got picked up? What do you think about forgiveness and apologies? All that stuff in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we will see you next time on Pop Trigger.